What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're taking a look at Arcblock / Tether this morning. ABTUSDT, the 26th of February. Arcblock sitting up in the green 2.2%. We are consolidating. We are in a pennant. What's going to happen is the question. Well, if you look left on the chart, it was far from perfect, and I talked about that earlier when I drew this rough, to say the least, pennant. And you can see how it came out of the pennant, didn't do much, and then exploded to the upside. This pennant is a little bit more organized, but once again, who knows what will happen here. What is nice to see here with Arcblock is that it's consolidating and tightening up. It's coiling up like a spring. You can press a spring and then let go. It releases all of that compressed, that built up energy. And I believe that's what's happening here with Arcblock. It's being compressed and the trading is getting tighter and the range is getting tighter. And I believe the energy will be released and we'll see a very large move. Will the move be higher? Will the move be lower is the question. Well, right now, we know the trend is obviously higher. We're heading much higher here. We have been. So if things continue on that path, well, then the energy should be released to the upside. And there's no real reason to think otherwise until this thing starts to act a little sick. And right now, it's not doing that. Besides, it's made a huge move. That doesn't really matter. It's that the price can continue to the upside and it'll start to flash warning signs when it's over. And right now, it's not really doing that. So based on that, the tight consolidation, we're basically pinned right here at our 198,400 level. The trend is higher. We haven't seen the trend start to show warning signs of topping out and starting to roll over and potentially setting up for lower targets. We could start to look higher. So we'll see if this energy that is built up in this pennant, or if you took the lines away, just very tight, quiet trading action, doesn't look like much selling is going on, we should see higher prices. So that's what we're looking for, guys. And once again, it doesn't matter to me either way. If the price goes higher, that's great. If the price goes lower, doesn't affect me. Don't have any emotions to any of these stocks or cryptos. Just follow what the price is telling us, read the chart, and you pretty much know what to expect here. So that is that. We have, like I said, yesterday's video, I believe it was yesterday's video, we had two new upper targets. And if the price starts to break higher, we'll keep an eye on those. Those are $2.43. That's this red line on the chart. That takes us up into another higher high. The 253.6 has been there for a while in yellow, but the 271 is a new price target as well. And as always, talk about this a lot. My upper targets, if this thing breaks higher, is $8 to $10. Get a lot of heat in the comments. People say it's not high enough. Well, hey, maybe it's not. But from all of the price data that I have to go off of on these charts, unless you have longer trading history than I do, $8 to $10 is all I can come up with out of what we've seen in the past. To put that in perspective, guys, that would be, so let's call it from where the price is at now, roughly $2 to $8. You're at you call it 300% move. Not that big. Could easily get there. In a day, probably not. A couple days, definitely. So $8 gets you a 300% move from where we're at now, $2, and then up to basically a $10, 400% move, guys. So $8 to $10. If the trend continues, markets don't turn over, could be very possible. We'll see what the time frame is on that, though. I don't think it'll happen in a day. But this thing, so far, so good. It's, like I said, this tight consolidation after a big breakout is looking like a continuation pattern to the upside. So we might be in for a nice big higher high here for Arcblock / the USDT. Let's go left on the chart real quick. Welcome to the channel, all of the new subscribers. Appreciate you guys. You could see that we are consolidating right over the, let's try this again, right over the all-time high. So we have to our left-hand side here, the high in the $2 range, and then we broke out and consolidating right at that high. So, resistance flipped into support. So take that for what it is. But like I said, my next target's in line, 243, 253, and $2.71. And guys, once we start to break those, I will be able to fill in the blanks here between where we're at trading now around $2 and then all the way up in this range. I'll have targets all through here, but right now my highest target is 271, and then my long-term target $8 to $10 if the trend can continue. Let me know your thoughts on Arcblock down in the comments. Guys, appreciate you joining the channel. Have some merch live on below the video. You can click the merch, or there's a store tab on the homepage. Some t-shirts, sweatshirts, notepad, etc. Take care.